guys, Fanciful T here. Welcome back to another update video on the Sherwood Queen. First off, I want to say that I've actually had a lot of time to work on it. I've been doing a lot of things. Not all of them I've gotten on camera. Some of the big things are I have the chine run as well as the shear and the raised shear. The only piece that I have left to do is the raised shear on the far side over there, and what I have to do for that is I have to actually rip some of the benches out on that side. I don't want those, so I just need to kind of cut them out and get rid of them. Also back here at the transom, I have all of this fared down nice and smooth, and I'm going to be working forward from the back of the boat to get all of that ready for plywood. I'm going to end up using about 6 pieces of plywood in total. It's 1/4 inch thick, which is what's up here. And the 2 pieces on the top, are going to meet in the middle, just like that, and go all the way. And then you're going to have pieces on the side as well. Other than that, there's not much. I do have some things that I put in. A couple things I want to talk about. Number one, bending the wood for the shear and the raised shear, as well as attaching the stem to frame 4. So I'm going to show you a couple things on here so that you can just kind of see it. And other than that, I don't have much more to talk about. So I'm going to be rolling some footage of what I've been doing as I talk about it. Let's get started. So I want to show you up here, I have all of these ran to the front, and down here you have both of your breast hooks, which are these pieces right here, and that's 2 laminations of 3/4 inch plywood, the lower and then the upper, which is down there. Then you have your shear, your lower shear, which is here, and then your upper shear, which is down here. Because when you flip the boat, then it's opposite. That's why upper is lower and lower is upper. Now you can see the wood actually has to bend going from the front, and so what I ended up doing was I took a towel and I wrapped it around the piece of wood. Then I took boiling water and poured it all along and soaked that towel with boiling water. What that did is that introduced moisture and steam into the wood, made it pliable so that it bent without any issues. The other thing I did was, instead of sitting here for hours while it decided to form, I took ratchet straps and tied them and used my hands to tighten them so that the pieces, I didn't have to stand out here for hours on end while the pieces of wood bent. Now these were easy. These started from the back and worked my way to the front, whereas the shear, I actually had to start at the front at the breast hook, cut it at a, I believe it was a 41 degree angle, mash that in on the breast hook and the stem, and then bend it back from there. Otherwise it would have been very difficult to start at the back to get everything to line up the way that it needed to. Also, I couldn't find any wood that was long enough for what I needed for the stem, or the chine and the shears, so I ended up having to butt 2 pieces up together. Now I did a little research and I have found other people that did it. This is the first time I've ever had to do it, so I hope I did it correctly, but I'll give you a close-up of what it looks like. And I did go ahead and make sure that they're both done on the same place on the other side, so that I didn't have the problem of it not being symmetrical on either side. But you can see where I have all of that put together, and I put a nice amount of glue on the back side of that. And once this is all sanded down and you have 1/4 inch over top of it, you're never actually going to be able to tell that it was put together, and it should be structurally sound enough. Now my stem, if you can see it right in here, I have 2 lags right there that I put in the middle of it, and those are actually 6-inch lags, which means they're actually coming to about right here, and they go as far in as I could get on that so that I didn't have any problems with it staying on. And what that actually ended up doing is all of my wood down here that was supporting that actually got knocked off because it did not it wasn't actually tall enough for it to be on properly. So what it ended up doing is lifting the stem off the floor, and then my pile of the wood that I had it secured to was lifted off the floor as well. But other than that, there's not much. Oh, the other thing I've done is I went ahead and put the frame here on the sides of the transom. Didn't have that on there last time. And down here on the shear, I went ahead and ran the screw through the back and glued it so that it had the proper twisting and it had the proper, you can see where it butted all the way up right here. All the way up right here. So that's pretty much everything that I've done. It's not a lot, but it did take a lot of time to do. So again, I'm going to be putting a lot of time in on it in the near future. Hopefully I can put a little more money into it as well to get some of the materials I need. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing. Also guys, I started a Patreon. If you like what I'm doing and you want to support me, go over and check that out. Also, I'd like to thank Archetype Studios. I've been partnering with them on some of my videos, and I'm also on a podcast with them every Monday night. It's the Serious Talk Show. You can find it at the Serious Talk Show on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description to what that is as well. We talk about a whole bunch of different things. The last thing I'm going to say is thank you so much to everyone who has recently subscribed. I believe we're just over 700 subscribers right now, which is amazing because actually Christmas morning we made it to 500. So in the past 3 weeks we've gained 200 subscribers, which is just absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Hit that notification bell down below to get a notification every time I make a video. And as always, stay fancy.